I was invited to attend StoryCon, which was at the end of February, and I loved it so much. It's such an amazing convention filled with so many incredible authors, so many stories, so many keynotes and panels. And what I actually love most about it is that it was created to help instill a love of reading and writing into teens, which is something that I think is so incredibly important. The vibes of this convention are just unmatched. It's one of my favorites, truly. And getting to hear how passionate these authors were about their writing and storytelling, it was so inspiring, and it was so obvious to me how much so many of them truly love what they do. I was also actually able to interview a few of them, so I'm excited to share some of those interviews with you because I think they are really great. There's a lot of really amazing writing advice in those, so if you're an aspiring author, might be something you need to hear. I also wanted to buy every single book there, but unfortunately I don't have unlimited funds, so I did have to hold myself back a little bit, a lot. But we're gonna do a little StoryCon haul because I say little, there's actually kind of a lot, but I am so grateful because a lot of it was actually gifted to me. But yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start with the stuff I bought first, starting with this crown, which I'm wearing right now because how often am I gonna get to wear this? You know, and it's so pretty, guys. I think we should start a trend. I think we should all wear crowns on the daily, actually, and I'm kind of mad that we don't because why not feel like a princess every day of your life, you know? I think they're the perfect accessory for any outfit. So I did actually buy 3 books while I was there. One of them I went to go purchase, but it was literally at the very end of the con, and so he had sold out. No! Great for him, bad for me because I wanted to take that book home, but I did buy it there and it's going to be shipped to me later. I'll put the title right here. That one is A Cozy Fantasy. All the books I bought were cozy fantasy this time. I guess it was just a very cozy fantasy con for me. Someone should make that a thing. Let's do cozy fantasy cons. So the first one is Garden the Garden, and this one is about a dwarven veteran who gets injured and his career is seemingly over. This one is another cozy fantasy, and it's written by my friend Zach, and it actually is inspired by his own story as a veteran, so I think that's really cool. And then he did sign it for me and gave me a cutie little sticker and a bookmark. It says, "To Sky, ever onward." So cute. So that was my first book. Well, technically my second book. And then as I was walking by, another author, his pitch was great because he pulled me right in. But he was like, "Do you like cozy fantasy?" And I was like, "Of course I like cozy fantasy." And he's like, "Let me tell you about my book." And I was like, "Tell me about your book." This one is about a veterinarian for magical creatures, and it takes place in like a little D&D town, which is so cute. Guys, just look at that cover really fast. Yeah. And then he also signed it for me, and it says, "Sky, it's dangerous to go alone, take this." Cute. And then I also stopped by the Dragonsteel booth, which is Brandon Sanderson's company, and I did buy this. This is actually, I'm trying to get it out one-handed, guys. It's not working very well. Hold on. This is actually a little notebook, and it says there are still stories to tell. And then inside the notebook, there's also like some inspiring quotes like spread throughout the pages. So that's all the stuff that I did buy. So I was actually invited to attend StoryCon as an influencer, which again, I'm so incredibly grateful for. I truly had the best time, and I can't wait to start sharing all of the content that I got from StoryCon with you guys. But as part of attending as an influencer, I did get gifted an influencer swag bag. So let's go through that next. So it did come with this tote. Has a skeleton, and it says "just one more chapter," which I think is the curse of my life, actually. And then inside we have Brandon Sanderson's new TTRPG instruction book. Is that what it's called? Guys, I'm really new to TTRPGs. I just started my first D&D campaign ever. It looks crazy, actually, and I'm super interested to like go through this, and I think I might need to start another campaign, guys. In this beautiful box, I think I have to become a master of calligraphy so that I can use this every day of my life. Look how pretty that is. My handwriting is going to be so good. I'm going to practice so that I can be worthy of that quill. Do you ever just like make yourself a little snack of like bread and cheese and like grapes, and you put it on a plank of wood to really just immerse yourself into like the fantasy tavern experience? this is going to fuel that escapism scenario for me. That is so cute. I just like to, really immerse myself into the experience of not being in this world, because this world's a lot sometimes. I also did get a StoryCon t-shirt. It says StoryCon on it. Yay. This cute little patch, which I am not quite sure what I'm going to put on yet, so if any of you guys have suggestions, let me know, but I do think that this is so cute. So that was my influencer swag bag. Cute, and so grateful. And then, as if that wasn't enough already, I also had the opportunity to attend an exclusive VIP meet and greet, and it had so many amazing authors in attendance, like Brandon Sanderson and Brandon Mole, who are two of my favorite Brandons. Everyone there is so incredible. I was a little intimidated. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, I'm just me. And Brandon Sanderson is literally at the next table over, and I literally can go talk to him. I didn't talk to him, guys, because I was scared. I was like working myself up to go over, and then he had to leave. But it's okay. Next time. Anyways, at the end of the event, they gave everyone in attendance an exclusive swag bag provided by LitJoy, which is my very favorite special edition book company. So I was beyond excited to see what was in this bag. Oh, I didn't really get to talk to Brandon, but he did sign my edition of Mistborn. My annotated edition of Mistborn. This is the bag that everything came in. First, a first place award for longest TBR, which I do think I am very much deserving of this award. Thank you, guys. My TBR has hundreds of books on it, which is really embarrassing to admit, but it is the truth. So this is gonna go on my TBR shelf. There's also this cutie little pencil bag that says "Right." We got some cute socks that say "Death by TBR," which is also very accurate for me. A pin that says "Grammar Police." We have a little keychain of Feyre and Rhysand. A very fancy pen. I love a fancy pen, guys. I am a sucker for a good pen. This one says "The pen is mightier than the sword." LitJoy has a special edition, like collector's keys that they do, and I have a couple of them. But in this swag bag, they gave out one from Divine Rivals, which is one of my very, very, very favorite book series. So when I saw it, I was so excited. Is that not so pretty? Guys, I'm obsessed. This gorgeous Dragon Eye notebook, because you can never have too many notebooks, A special edition of one of their Jane Austens, with the floral sprayed edges. Gorgeous, stunning. And then this is a special edition of Number the Stars, which I remember reading in like the 3rd grade, and I remember it completely devastating me, and I remember thinking about this book daily. Like, I think this is one of the first books that fully really impacted me growing up. It does have illustrated end pages. I think it might be time for me to give this one another read. And then last but not least, guys, I was so excited for this one. I almost bought this for myself. I was going back and forth on it. A whole special edition set of We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. This is the first one. Gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. It says, "Be as victorious as the name I have given you." And then We Free the Stars. Stunning, stunning, stunning. They say the soul cannot rest until it finds its match, then it ignites. And then they both also have beautiful custom art and papers signed by the author, fully annotated by the author. So I cannot wait to read these and go through all of the annotations by the author. I love looking at annotations, but I was overjoyed. Anyways, that's everything from my weekend at StoryCon. Again, it was such an incredible experience. I feel so inspired and so grateful and so excited to work on my own stories again, because I definitely have hit a rough patch in that for a very long time now. So thank you again to StoryCon for having me. Thank you to Operation Literacy for putting the whole thing together. Thank you to all of the authors who shared their stories and experiences and advice. And if any of you have the opportunity to go to StoryCon next year, do it. Just do it. Just go. Anyways, I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it, but I truly am so grateful, and that is all. Thank you. Bye.